Secure 65 class plans, we're singing fly. Secure 65 health plans, where seniors thrive. 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 Secure 65 health plans, where seniors.
Secure 65 Health Plans presents the Big Beautiful Bill, what it really means for seniors, healthcare, and America's safety net. What's our theme? Honest, empowering talk for those 50-plus caregivers and healthcare workers. Welcome back to Secure 65 Health Plans, where seniors thrive and where we make the complicated simple. I'm your host, Mone Swann, and today we're unpacking the new law that everyone's calling the Big Beautiful Bill. This sweeping 900-page legislation, just signed into law, is being sold as a win for working Americans. But is it? If you're a Medicare recipient, a Medicaid enrollee, a parent counting on free lunches for your child, or someone working in healthcare, well, this episode is for you. What is the Big Beautiful Bill? I want you to think of it like a giant household chore chart. Only this one manages the nation's taxes, healthcare, food assistance, and debt. It includes tax breaks, some helpful for middle class and high-income workers. It extends Trump-era 2017 tax cuts, making some of them permanent. It adds $3 trillion to the national debt. It cuts Medicaid by an estimated $841 billion and Medicare by $500 billion over 10 years. It imposes work requirements for Medicaid and SNAP, which is also known as food stamps. It prohibits federal funds for gender-affirming care and blocks Planned Parenthood from Medicaid reimbursement. So we'll walk through the benefits, the risks, and what this law actually means for real people like me and you. Tax cuts and who benefits. Here are some of the highlights. Overtime pay up to $12,500 is now tax-free. Tips up to $25,000 are deductible. Standard deduction increases to $31,500 for joint filers. SALT cap is the state and local taxes temporarily raised to $40,000 through 2029. So here's an example. A nurse making $60 an hour and $20,000 in overtime saves $4,500. A higher income nurse making $120 an hour saves between $6,300 and $6,500. Now, a lower income worker earns smaller savings, around $3,500. But here's the catch. While tax savings feel great up front, they're funded by deep cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, student loan aid, and clean energy investments. Medicaid changes. The cuts. $1 trillion in projected cuts over 10 years. This comes from new work requirements, eligibility checks every 6 months, and lower federal funding. Work requirements by December 31st, 2026. Adults 19 through 64 must work, attend school or training, or do community service for 80 hours a month. This applies to non-disabled adults without young children. States can delay enforcement until the end of 2027. The result? An estimated 12 million people could lose Medicaid coverage by 2034, and many won't even know until they're denied at the emergency room. Legal challenge? Likely. Similar policy in Arkansas was struck down in court. Advocates are preparing legal challenges as we speak. Impact on rural hospitals. Rural hospitals lose money on every Medicaid patient. 4% cuts to Medicare reimbursements start in 2026. Many rural facilities are already operating at a loss. This may lead to closures or service reductions. Translation for nurses: fewer staff, higher patient loads, and delayed care. Medicare cuts. They're triggered by a deficit rule known as PAYGO. Medicare payments to doctors and hospitals drop by 4% starting in 2026. This doesn't reduce beneficiary access on paper, but if doctors stop accepting Medicare patients due to low reimbursements, access is indirectly cut. SNAP, food assistance. Well, work requirements. Now, this applies to non-disabled adults up to age 64. Previously, it was 54. They must work 80 hours monthly to qualify, and this could impact over 2 million Americans. School lunches. Children from SNAP households are auto-enrolled in free school lunch programs. Fewer families are on SNAP equal fewer children fed at school. Cost sharing shifts to states. By 2028, states must cover 75% of SNAP administrative costs, up from 50%, up to 15% of benefit costs if their error rate exceeds 10%. So what are the MAP insights? In Oregon, Kansas, and parts of Texas and Florida, SNAP usage exceeds 15 to 20% of the population. Big implications for local budgets. Student loan changes. Biden's SAVE plan capped some repayments. Under this new law, a nurse making $80,000 goes from $312 a month to $917 a month in student loans. That's nearly $3,000 more per year. Real life impact? Nurses may see tax boosts, but hospitals will shift costs downwards. Patients will lose access to preventative care, and many will only seek help in the emergency room when it's too late. Providers are bracing for 1, fewer Medicaid patients, 2, fewer specialists accepting Medicare, 3, more uncompensated care. Who is exempt from work requirements? Well, there's children, pregnant individuals, seniors, and people with disabilities. But anyone who doesn't prove eligibility or file proper paperwork can still lose coverage. So the caution? The rules are complex. Many lose benefits due to red tape and not income. My closing thoughts. Well, the big beautiful bill delivers short-term tax wins, mostly for high-income earners, and long-term uncertainty for low and middle-income families. If you're on Medicaid, have kids on SNAP, work in healthcare, or rely on free school lunches, this bill is going to affect you. Now's the time to stay informed, track implementation dates, and connect with benefits counselors. And don't forget to vote. with your values in upcoming elections. This is my call to action. Do you like the episode? If you do, share it with a friend, a nurse, or someone who might be impacted. How do you do it? By visiting Secure65HealthPlans.com for benefit reviews and senior resources. And remember, knowledge is power, but action is freedom. I'm Mone Swann for Secure65 Health Plans on Talk Power Thursday. Love you guys.
Secure65 class plans, we're singing thrive. Secure65 health plans, where seniors thrive. Secure65 health plans, where seniors thrive. Secure65 health plans, where seniors thrive. Secure65